Welcome back to F-Zero on the Super Nintendo. Today we're doing the King League, the third and final league, and the worst out of all three. Won't this be fun? We are using the third and final machine, the Wild Goose. It is piloted by an alien assassin named Pico, no doubt in reference to an ancient Sega console that I'm sure nobody has ever heard of. Pico is supposedly a hitman who apparently caused some big freak accident with his reckless driving. It shows because his machine, the Wild Goose, is the most durable out of all four cars, but it has terrible control. So here we are in Mute City 3, the third and final course. I love the colors here. Nighttime is always cool. And it makes perfect sense because first Mute City course was us racing in the morning. The second course was in the afternoon, so now we're at night. Not much difference from the first two, though, except for that little part right there, and the addition of landmines. You've seen what those do by now. If you touch one, you explode as if it explodes, and you take a bunch of damage. They're almost as bad as the exploding cars, except they just stand still. Now, it's interesting to note that the computer can hit the landmines, but only if you see them do it. If you didn't see them hit it, they didn't hit it. Let's see. Yeah. Other than that, strategy same as before, boost across the dirt, etc., 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 etc. You know, come to think of it, there's only landmines in 4 courses in total. One of them was Silence, and the other 3 are all in the King League. They aren't huge obstacles, however, thankfully. Oh god, I hate this league so bad. I must have run this course tons of times by now because I kept losing all of my lives. This is the only league that does this to me. Because the courses are designed to kill you. This isn't like the other courses where you can actually have a fun race. These courses want you to die. Which is why there's landmines. But with that, we take first place in Mute City for the third and final time. Or did I get second in the Queen League? I don't know. So you can see those cars running on the road down there in the background, of course. Okay. Yep, it's another Deathwind course. Same old worthless wind mechanic. Maybe we'll be at an advantage because apparently, according to the manual, Pico is from Deathwind. Oh wait, they retconned that. Not that anyone cares. So you can see that the wind pushing us around is going to make it difficult to hit the dash plates here. Not that that stops the computer. Oh no. Fortunately, that dash plate is pretty easy to hit. I'll be so glad when I get this course over with. It means I never have to talk about Deathwind ever again because it never shows up in any future F-Zero games. Thank goodness. Actually, one of the courses in F-Zero X is apparently on the same planet as Deathwind, but it's not called Deathwind and there's no, well, wind. Why am I still talking? Oh, right, orange cars. That's why I'm still talking. I need to take my mind off those insipid, hideous, evil orange cars. Good. And I missed the second dash plate, but maybe that's a good thing because I'd be like bouncing around the walls by now if I weren't used to this course, having played it. I don't know, the record screen is probably full of my records now because it'll only keep the top 10 times for each course unless I save stated it. I don't want to worry about that right now. Wait, here comes the exploding car. And I missed the dash plate again, but the computer doesn't. Oh, thanks, Golden Fox. You spited me yet again. And an exploding car. The Golden Fox must be out to kill me after I called it the worst car in the game. Do you want to know why it's so much faster than when I'm using it? Well, someone pointed out to me that the computer cars all have the same maximum speed, even though when you're using the cars, they don't have a set max speed. On Master difficulty, all of the cars glide at like 478, which is the same top speed as the Fire Stingray. So there you go. That's why they cheat. They all have a set max speed that goes up with the difficulty. Port Town. It doesn't seem like Port Town should give me much trouble, but this is actually this actually gave me a lot more trouble than it might look like it did, because you know, the course is longer now. You can see that this first part is now the same, but now we got this turn here. And every time I slow down for the turn, I run the risk of some jerk coming up from behind me and slamming into me. No doubt that does wonders for the Wild Goose's pilot, because he has an urge to kill things. Just wait until F-Zero X, buddy. Wait until F-Zero X, I'm going to murder that game. In retaliation for everything this game does. Now, I could use the Port Town jump shortcut, but if you do that while you're in first place, because the computer never lets you get like super far ahead of it, they're always like right behind you. If you try and use the shortcut, they're gonna speed ahead of you pretty quick. Because you're just sitting in midair there with the UFO catching you and everything. I'm sorry, is this the Queen League? Oh, there's the Fire Stingray again. I guess it's worth noting that this is the course that they use in like the title screen. If you let the demo come up, this is the course they have. It's also the only King League course to be available in practice mode. There's a practice mode where you can race on your own for your best time. But for whatever reason, only half the courses in the game are available. You can't do Death Wind 2 or Red Canyon in practice mode. And it's as stupid as it sounds, to be honest. Oh my god. Car wreck! But there is a ROM hack available that will make all of the courses available for practice mode if you are interested in that. Not that any record board would ever, or leaderboard would ever accept times with that. You know, technically illegal. It looks like we're gonna take first place on Port Town too, which that actually makes me think the remaining two courses are going to, you know. Okay, I'm sorry. We're gonna take third place, unless I use the boost and almost mess this up. I don't even know why I did that. That was not worth the risk by any means. Way to go! It's a new record! Second to last course is Red Canyon 2. This is the breather course. It's very fun, very easy to get first place in, because there's this shortcut coming up, which the computer never uses. I don't know why they never use it. It's not like there's any... Did I miss that jump plate just now? Oh well, here's the shortcut. Yep, you take a huge leap, you bounce on the arrow, and you skip two 90-degree turns, which is very helpful. However, like with the Port Town jump and the Whiteland 2 jump, you need to absolutely make sure you can cross that before actually hitting the jump plate. If you have any doubt that you're not going to make it, veer right into the minefield, which is right there. There's a minefield to the right. Because if you are off by even the slightest inch, you are going to miss the jump, and you're going to fall to your doom. Or you know, it's weird. Sometimes I'll miss a jump by like an inch, but, you know, if you fall off course completely, then the death animation is going to show, well, if you fall off course completely, then you'll see, like, a smokestack from, like, the wreckage. But, if you die while on the course, you'll see a little fire, along with the smokestack. But apparently, if you land, like, just barely off course, you'll still see that fire. You know, it's pretty weird. You didn't fall on the course and explode. Or what? I don't know. I'm trying to fill dead space here because, you know, 5 laps around the course this long. It's not very entertaining to talk over, is it? Here's the minefield, and I ran into one. Just after this will be the final course of the King League and the game. Hey. Maybe I should actually use my boosts. No, on this course, no way. I could have totally avoided that exploding car. And comes Falcon again. Here comes another exploding car, but we missed that one. Just a few more turns, and the course is over with. Now comes the moment of truth for me, because typically I lose all of my lives on the final course and have to start all over. So I've compiled a little bit of a death reel. Stupid orange car. Oh my god, I'm going to make it. No, I'm not going to make it. Did you notice that all of these were on the final lap? Hey, I wonder what happens if you hit 20th place. Oh, that's boring. The final course of F-Zero on the Super Nintendo, which has caused me no end of agony and suffering. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Fire Field, otherwise known as Hell. Indeed, Fire Field has a lot of F's associated with it. It's the 15th course. Oh, look, another F. It's the 15th course, which in hexadecimal would be represented by the letter F. It's got lots of fire. It's a field of fire, you might say. And I fucking hate it. This course is far too long for its own good. The race could last up to 4 minutes if you're slow. And look at this. Ice. There's ice in Fire Field. We have a magnetic trap, which is actually not too painful. Gotta make this turn right here. Now, here's the silly part. Oh, first, landmines. They're pretty easy to avoid, actually. Here's the crazy part. Did you notice that there was no pit area whatsoever in between all of that? There's a pit area. It's the worst pit area ever conceived, but it's there. You'll see. So we have a course that's far too long for a 5-lap course. Turns that are impossible to make without hitting any of the walls. This is what it looks like. And coming up right here, this is the pit area. Sure, it ends with a dash plate, but I fell to 2nd place before passing the Fire Stingray, which was already across the finish line. Taking that pit area is detrimental to your time. Well, unless you're playing with a Fire Stingray, I guess. But I'm not doing that, am I? No, I had to use the lousy Wild Goose in interest of showing off all the not overpowered machines. Great. Not to mention that this course leaves you no room for passing the other competitors. You have to get ahead of them and stay ahead of them. That's what you gotta do. And do not take that pit area. And since you're not going to... it's in your best interest to not take the pit area, so don't get thrown around the walls too much, or you're going to lose all of your power and die. Like I just did there. It gets worse. Yeah, even after all this, how could it possibly get worse? Well, I didn't explain this before, but if your power level falls to the point where the bar starts flashing and making noise and warning you that you're... Yes, like that. That's how. If your power meter falls down too low, you will start to lose top speed. That's fun. Ain't that fun? On the bright side, it makes for a rather exciting video. Is he gonna make it? Is he gonna make it? Of course he's gonna make it. He died a billion times up to this point. I guess it's impressive if I have to do with nerf top speed, huh? Huh? I hate this course. I hate this course, and I hate the King League. I don't hate F-Zero as a whole, but this course is just wrong, okay? Let me put it that way. And I swear, if an exploding car hits me even one more time when I'm in the final lap, and I'm about to win, but there it is, 3rd place. I would love to see someone get 1st place, and I would love to see someone try that on Master Mode. Good freaking luck to you. Anyway, that's the end of F-Zero on the Super Nintendo. Almost. We actually have one more league to go through. That's right, there is a 4th league for F-Zero on the Super Nintendo, but it's not included on your average everyday Super Nintendo cartridge. What exactly do I mean by this? But you will have to wait and see. But I will tell you that the 4th league only came out in Japan. So, there's a lot of cool stuff in F-Zero that never came out in America, to be honest. Like, almost every game has something associated with it that never came out in America. Makes me sad to be an American. Regardless, that is the end of F-Zero on the Super Nintendo as most people know it. I will now leave you with the credits. The very slow credits. Credits that don't have its own theme. What am I talking about? Shigeru, make another F-Zero game for me, please! I can only do GX so many times before it starts to get boring. Wow, you actually spelled congratulations correctly. What? No, I'm not doing Master level. What do you think I am? All that, you want me to do it on Master? Get out of here.